recapper. We're doing reviews first. Today is June the 2nd. So when your name's called for a review, come up to the table to your right. We're going to review your progress on your case. If you don't get called and you think you should have been called, you need to go check in with the clerk. All reviews. Joseph
Adkins, Kevin Brown Jr., Linda Carpenter, Christopher Collins, Damon Cox, Levi Dillon, Edward Ferris, Buddy Hardy.
Okay, Joseph Adkins is 23,356 and 23,260, 260.
No, I have a copy of it.
He's done community service since his last.
I have 7 more hours of community service.
Okay.
That's why I gotta go because my son's coming.
All right. Good job on that. And I understand you're working for Lawrence County
Yep.
Recovery now? Okay. All right, let's keep working on it, get this finished up. Doesn't matter which day you come back for.
Mondays.
Mondays are better.
Yeah.
July 14th will be your next day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kevin Bowen Jr.,
Yes, sir.
2350.
Yes, sir. I just started work at Superior, so I literally get my first paycheck today when I get off work, and I plan on paying on the fine today.
Okay. I'm showing you got $109 left, and that's, we'll finish you up once you pay that off. So you should be able to do that in this next time frame.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll set you for July the 7th. If you get it paid off before then, you don't have to come in for that hearing. July 7th at 9 o'clock.
7th?
7. July 7th. 7/7/25.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Linda Carpenter, 231792.
Yes, sir.
You just have to pay off your fines.
Yep.
Are you making a payment today?
Yeah,
What are you paying?
50.
Okay. July 14th will be your next hearing. Pay it off, and you can quit coming to these hearings.
Okay.
See the clerk to make your $50 payment.
All right. Thank you.
Christopher Collins, 241976, Christopher Collins.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Your Honor, if I may, he was here at community service Saturday, and it may not be updated in this folder.
Okay. So that should finish you off on your mandated community service. And are you making a payment on your fines?
It'll be Wednesday.
Okay. You can work extra community service now and get
Yeah.
toward your fine.
Yeah,
You're aware of that.
He
I
told
talked
me
to him about
that.
Saturday. Yeah.
Are you working now? Do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
Mondays or Fridays for your follow-ups?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, July the 11th. 9 o'clock is your next hearing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Damon Cox.
Your Honor, he turned 42 hours of community service in this one. That is acceptable.
All right. That's good. I was looking for some action on this, so that's good. Okay, I'll set your next hearing for July 7th, 9 o'clock, and we'll process that and see where that Some of it may go through your funds, I'm not sure how much. Oh,
I'm not even sure how much more community service that I owe at the moment. I need to, see how much I owe on that.
well, you can go, sit down, you had 54 hours on 22/16/63, so you're still gonna have some community service left.
I thought so.
Okay, next hearing, July 7th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You are. Levi Dillon, 24/13/09. Levi Dillon, Paul does not appear. He's paid his fine, but he never did his community service. And, he was supposed to go to the driver intervention program, he hasn't done that either, so he gets a warrant for failure to appear. Edward Ferris, 24/5/37. Edward Ferris is not here. He's not completed. There'll be a warrant for failure to appear.
Your Honor, Edward was in services with us, did ASA some time ago.
Okay. All right, another reason for a warrant. Thank you. Buddy Hardy is here. Okay, he's got a report saying he's compliant with his counseling. Case numbers are 1870, 22/600, 23/287, 23/532. Are you paying anything on your fines today, Mr. Hardy?
Yeah, I'm on paying 20.
20? Okay. Okay, you still have some community service to do too, so that's got to get done.
I don't very well, sir.
When can you be out for community service? Give me a commitment so when you can go.
I mean, I can get some done this month for sure.
Saturday?
Yeah.
All right, got you down for being here Saturday, which is going to be the 7th of June. Okay, next, see the clerk, your payment, and I'll set July 7th as your next hearing. All right, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Derek Newell, Carla Eastet Parsons, Denise Sexton, Lucas Sharp, William Spalding, Michael Ward, Matthew White.
Derek Newell. Derek Newell. 22/12/29. Okay, Mr. Newell, what have you done on your case?
On my costume was written at the Freedom Center. I'm still here till July.
Okay. Is that the one, where's that located, in Ironton or?
Brown County, Millwood. I've been here since, March 23rd.
Do you have any kind of supervisor or anybody there that can come on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She's right.
Hello,
Hi, can you identify yourself, please?
my name is Carla Schnapp. I'm the clinical manager here at the Phoenix Center.
Okay, so he says he's been there since March, and he had previously been at a place in Huntington, I believe, and OBP at one point, looks like. All right, I'm okay with him going there, but I need a report. Can we get a written report as to what he's doing in his progress?
Yes, we've been sending those to his probation officer.
Okay. Did you know if you got a report on Derek Newell?
I looked on my email this morning, Your Honor, there was nothing on there.
Okay, so you'll get
Of
us,
course, my email has, if they don't get the spell right, my last name, it doesn't come to.
Let me get a pen so I can make sure.
okay, let's get the email address again to you, so make sure we got it right.
Okay, what is the good email?
JT
Uh-huh.
MAJHER at LAW
Mm-hmm.
COMUNI
What was that? I'm sorry, you cut out.
MUNI
Uh-huh.
COURT.com.
Okay.
All right, I'll set Mr. Newell's next hearing for July 7th at 9 o'clock.
Do by Zoom as well, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I should be done with the state until it's live. Just so you know.
As long as you're still in treatment, you can do it by teleconference.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it, thank you.
You're welcome. Carla Eastep Parsons, 154712, 15995. Carla here. No. Be a warrant issued for failure to appear. Denise Sexton, 24538. Denise Sexton is here. Got a report from OVP. Okay, I'd like, based on what her screen was in May the 2nd, I'd like for her to do a screen today, so I think that's important. So let's go do a urine screen and come back after I get the results.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Lucas Sharp, 2416. Okay, I've got certificate of completion from Lawrence County Recovery and paid your fines. You still have community service to do. Any? So you did do that certificate of completion is for the 3-day school, so that was done. You just have to do your community service.
If you can give me just the Saturday, I can have all 5 days done. I just have been dealing with a lot, but if I can have till Saturday, I'll have them all done.
Oh, I'm going to give you more than that.
Oh, okay.
This is your first review, so I'm going to set it for your next hearing for July 21st, so more than a month. You get it done, confirm that with probation, you don't have to come back. July 21st, 9 o'clock. William Spalding is here, 23512. Okay, you made a payment recently on your fines. I'm seeing you one more day of community service.
Yes, sir.
July 7th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you,
Get
Honor.
it done, you're close to being done, you don't have to come to these hearings once you get it finished.
Thank you, Honor.
You're welcome. Michael Wood, 24436. Is here, community service done, making payments on fines now.
Yes, sir. I have a payment today for $250.
Okay. $250 you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about your counseling? Are you,
Yes, sir. I'm still going, and I have an appointment Friday. I have a letter for you too.
okay, let me see your letter.
Is this his key?
Yeah.
That's acceptable. I'll set you for July 14th
Thank you, sir.
as your next review. July 14th, 9 o'clock, see the clerk to make your payment.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Matthew White, 23,576. He's here. He's at Southern Hope.
Well, Your Honor, since we last spoke, I've recently graduated inpatient. I'm outpatient now.
Okay.
We acquired a place in Ironton, close to the courthouse there. Still doing good.
Juan?
He is one of the greatest examples of turning around his mentality to staying sober that I've encountered in a long time. He inspires me.
Wonderful. That's pretty high praise. Mr. White, good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful. We'll give you lots of credit for that. Keep working on your sobriety. That's a never-ending project.
Yes, sir.
But you got some other projects to work on. You got some community service. I got to pay your fines off.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna put $20 on my fines today.
Okay, what about the community service?
I work mornings, so it's hard to, you know what I mean?
What's your work schedule?
Tuesday through Sunday. I'm off
Okay,
Mondays.
Mondays.
Okay.
We have community service on Monday. You can get it done on Monday. You can do, you said you're living in Ironton now?
Yes, sir.
You can go to Ironton Municipal Court, and I'll let you, if that's easier for you to get there.
Okay.
Go to their community service program, just tell them the hours need to be sent here, we'll give you credit for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you said you're paying 20?
Yes, sir. And can we do Mondays and then my next review, please?
Yes, sir. July 14th will be your next hearing, that's a Monday. 9 o'clock, July 14th. See the clerk, you're free to go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good job. Okay, we're going to start the arraignment hearings next, and that's for first offense. First time you've been in court on a new charge, or if you have a warrant or some other problem in an old case, you're going to get called for the arraignment. So come in to the courtroom. Okay, well, let me explain the rights. You should have probably already saw a video with some explanation of rights. I'm going to go over again, and I'll go over again with you individually if you want me to. You have, all defendants have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but what you do say is on the record. Everything that's being said in this courtroom is being recorded. So if you get up and say, I did it, the prosecutor can use that against you. Admissions are a big deal in the law. If you admit something, you're pretty much stuck with it. So you don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney and to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights all defendants have. If you enter a guilty or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights that you have. Key is making the state prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving that up, that right. So you should not enter a guilty or no contest plea just to get the case over. If you don't know what to do, if you're confused, if you don't understand what's happening, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial, any of those reasons that describes you, you should enter a not guilty plea. That's the safest plea you can enter. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Jessica Christian, case number TRD 22-2505 A and B, TRD 19-255 A and B, TRD 18-3566 A and B.
All right, and you're Jessica Christian.
Yes.
And this, you had a review hearing on last Tuesday, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you weren't here?
Yeah.
Do you have an explanation for that?
Yeah, I just got diagnosed with Graves' disease, so I've been really sick.
Okay. All right, you did come in fairly quickly, so I actually don't think a warrant has been issued yet. You did make a payment on your fines, I see that today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all, You owe fines and costs of no community service owed, so. All right, I'll just give you a new hearing day. Which is better, Mondays or Fridays? It doesn't matter.
Mondays,
Mondays are better.
yeah.
July 7th will be your next hearing.
Thank you.
First Monday in July, July 7th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, that's the only arrangement we have for here so far, so we're ready to do some pre-trials.
Okay. We'll start the pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Michael W. Dement II, case number CRD 25284. That's Mr. Holt's case. Mr. Holt, he's here.
Matthew Dement and Mr. Holt is representing Mr. Dement.
Okay. Okay, we're, is Mason Dement here? Yes, sir. You want to come up? Approach, Your Honor.
Yes. Morning.
This charge doesn't really say explicitly.
Yes. Well, after some discussion between the state defense, it looks like the state is going to ask the court to dismiss these charges, and I just want to make sure with Mr. Mason that you're okay with that. You've been consulted and you're in agreement with the charge being dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No one's pressured you to say that? Okay, and you're 18 now?
Yeah.
All right, based on the discussions we've had with the bench, allow the case to be knowledge. It's dismissed.
I'd like to say on behalf of the state that we'd rather that not be the way it has to go, but I don't think we have any choice.
All right. Okay, we have some hearings to do by teleconference with the jail. We're going to start those now.
State of Ohio versus Dwight L. Collins, case number TRC 18-2305, A and B. Trevor Dement is on that.
Mr. Stratton is the attorney for Dwight Collins. This is set for a pretrial today.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Collins will plead guilty to the OVI and no OL. He should have his required 10 days in. This is the second. Actually, I was thinking he might have been in since the 19th, but apparently he says he's been in since the 17th. So.
All right, so Mr. Collins, do you agree with what your attorney has represented to the court? Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
Do you agree with what he's telling the court?
Yes, I do.
Do You have a right to make a statement before your sentence. Do you have anything you want to say?
No.
You said he was arrested.
He says the 17th.
Okay, well, that could be. Yeah, 'cause
But-
he was arraigned on the 19th.
He was.
Okay, on the OVI, I'll impose a $500 fine, order the cost be paid. 6-month license suspension, that started at the time of the arrest, so his suspension's actually up. Well, actually, it would be a 1 year, I'm sorry, 1 year, but it's up anyway. 1 year license suspension. He'll have a reinstatement.
Yep.
30 days in jail, suspend 20. He's actually got credit for 16 days.
Okay. So suspend 14.
Yeah, we'll suspend 14. Credit for 16. 2 years of probation. 60 hours of community service. I'll order him to get an assessment for substance use. That's required on the second offense. Set his first review hearing in August. August the 4th. His first review hearing. 9 o'clock. And there also was no driver's license on it, was $100 fine on that.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll get out of jail today, sir.
State of Ohio versus Trevor Dement, case number CRA 25309, CRB 25311A and D, CRB 24344, CRA 23380, CRB 21167. Kelly Doss is on deck.
Who's next?
Dawes.
No, I didn't know Doss
Trevor
was.
Dement, so, yeah.
Right, I didn't know Doss had been picked up.
All right, so Mr. Dement, we're looking for a GPS monitor.
My understanding is one should be available today.
I've done the paperwork to have one removed today, Your Honor, and have it placed on Mr. Demand, so it should happen today.
And he's gonna go to Shawnee. So I did an order releasing Mr. Dement to Shawnee for inpatient treatment with GPS monitor. And then we suggest coming back 2 or 3 weeks to check on his progress. What's your availability?
2 weeks to the 16th, I'm available. 3 weeks, I'm on vacation. Back the 30th. Well, no, I'm trying to have a jury trial on the 30th. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I do have a jury trial set
Available
on
on
the
the
30th.
16th.
I am available the 16th.
Let's set it for the 16th. So June 16th will be the next hearing on Mr. Dement on all his cases. That's June 16th. And I don't think I need to go over with you, Mr. Dement, what happens if you cut the ankle monitor off. I think you're aware of that, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bad stuff, like going through. That's what happens if you cut your ankle monitor off.
Yes.
Okay, June 16th. See you back again, hopefully with a good report.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kelly Doss, case number CRB 25206, CRB 25207, A and B, and Randall Eplin is on that.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, I wasn't aware Mr. Dawson put him in custody. I think we had a hearing on the 28th that had been canceled.
He had been at the test and inpatient, it looks like, want to know our bond.
Yeah, it looks like that was originally set for the 28th, and then I guess it was canceled due to a warrant having been issued. I don't know if there's a felony here. I'm not sure if the state's pleasure is to give us another shot at keeping it here. I would assume.
I thought he was going to say something.
I thought he was too, but go ahead. Bill.
If anybody would be willing to take him into treatment and he was willing to go.
RRS is willing to take him. I don't know if Mr. Doss is willing to go.
Yes, I'm willing to go. Yes, I am, and thank you. I really wanted to do the rehab the last time. They brought me back to the jail. I turned myself into regional so I could get the help this time. I turned myself in this time.
Okay. So we would ask for an OR bond to be set, a new preliminary hearing date, and that he be released to, well, I guess there's got to be an actual assessment first, but I have no doubt that he's going to be here.
I wouldn't agree to release him without an ankle monitor.
He literally left from the jail. We walked out and he went that way.
Well, I would advise Mr. Doss that my understanding is there are no ankle monitors currently available. So there's going to be, so if the court would agree to this, you're going to have to wait for an ankle monitor. You understand that, sir?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I'd ask to probably set this back onto the docket for Friday, because, I mean, you can enter the order at this time, but if there's not a monitor by then, there's not a monitor by then. I don't know the answer to that.
All right, I'll put him on the docket for June the 6th. I'm willing to release him if an ankle monitor becomes available before then, start treatment.
And I would ask RRS to go ahead and do the assessment.
Yeah, and then I'm going to assume he's going to qualify. If he doesn't, then I'll need to know that he doesn't qualify, or you're not willing to take him. So I'll put him on the docket for this Friday, just in case, either way. We know what the situation is. So June the 6th will be the next hearing. His bond now, since he's back in custody, currently will be $5,000 cash assured. Since he left treatment previously.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Randall Eplin, case number CRB 25307, PRC 2509, A and B, PRC 18666, A and B. And Alex Glover is on deck.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
I've spoken to Mr. Eplin this morning by phone, explained the offer of the state, which I said would be in exchange for a guilty plea to both of the pending charges, there would be a jail sentence of 180 days with a number suspended and credit for time served. As of today, that would have been 13 days served and 167 suspended. But there would be, a term of the release would be that he go to inpatient treatment and be successful in remaining in inpatient treatment. And with that, and that there would have to be an ankle monitor. As just said on the last case, we have no ankle monitors right now, so I don't know that the exact number of days is going to work out the same. It's going to depend on when an ankle monitor becomes available. Hometown is able to take, well, believes they're able to take him. We have to get final confirmation on that, but we don't have a monitor for him yet anyway, so it's sort of academic at this point. We believe they'll be able to take him. He's willing to enter that plea. So I'd like to just go ahead at this time and enter the plea, and I don't know if the court wants to sentence him or set sentencing at a later date.
Mr. Gill, do you have a preference?
As far as when the sentencing takes place, we don't have a preference. However, our recommendation is going to involve a sentence of 6 months in jail with credit for what he served, and whenever he was able to go to treatment, then we give him credit for what he served and reserve the rest.
The only thing about doing it today is I'm not going to know exactly how many days in jail he's going to have.
Right, and that may be a reason to just bring it back on the sentencing docket down the line.
All right, let's do that. I'll accept the plea and we'll make sure a record of this. Mr. Epplin, do you understand what your attorney's saying? He's saying you're in a guilty plea to the 2 outstanding charges you have pending that have not been resolved, one of which was an OBI charge and the other was a theft charge. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to let you go to treatment, and I guess I do need to have the talk with you. I think Mr. DeMint probably heard it before. Here's the way this works. Because you're considered kind of high risk to run from treatment, I'm putting an ankle monitor on you. There's only a certain number of those that are available, and they're all tied up right now, but eventually you'll get one. I don't know when it'll be. But eventually you will get an ankle monitor, you'll go to treatment with the ankle monitor on. So what that does is it makes it really impossible to run with the ankle monitor because they're going to know exactly where you are if you leave the facility with the ankle monitor on. Now, let's face it, there is a way around that. What's the way around that? Cut the ankle monitor off, which is hard to do, but it's possible. You'll have to really work at it to get that ankle monitor off. But it will destroy the ankle monitor when you do that. And they cost about $2,000 a piece. Those ankle monitors actually belong to adult probation out of the common police court, and they place them for us. And they set up the monitoring. They get really, really mad when people cut the ankle monitors off. And what do? They file whatever felony charges they can come up with against you for cutting the ankle monitor off, and then it's going to be out of my court. You're going to go to common pleas on those felonies, and everybody, we don't have a whole lot, but a few people have cut the ankle monitor off. They have gone to prison for a minimum of 3 years for cutting the ankle monitor off. No joke. This is not your mom promising to do something because you didn't do your homework. This is the real deal. So, if you want to go to prison, cut the ankle monitor off, because when you get caught, you are going to go to prison just over that one offense, not even counting the other things. So I had one gentleman who had the chance to go to treatment, and he cut the ankle monitor off and left, and I had told him 3 years, but he wound up getting 7 years because he had a whole bunch of other stuff pending that I didn't know about. He wound up getting 7 years. So this is serious business. If you're thinking, I'll probably be tempted to leave and cut the ankle monitor off, you'd be better off just sitting in the jail, because you're not going to get 3 years sitting in the county jail with the charges that you have. But you cut the ankle monitor off, you're going to prison for at least 3 years. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And are you going to stay in treatment?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put it back on the docket for Friday, and we'll look then to see if there's an ankle monitor available. If there is, Judge Burns will be here. He'll finish the sentencing then.
All right, thank you.
June 6th will be the next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Alex Glover, case number TRD 25483, and Raymond McKinney is on the bench.
Sir, you Alex Glover?
Yes, I am.
All right, Mr. Glover, your case number is 25483. it alleges on March 17th at 8:26 p.m. in Rome Township, you were driving a vehicle without the benefit of having a driver's license. That's an unclassified misdemeanor. Maximum penalty for that's 500 hours, $500 fine and 1,000 hours of community service. So, do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And someone sitting there may say, well, he's in jail. How do you get in jail on a case that has no jail time on it? Well, you were cited to appear in court on March 25th, 2025 at 4 p.m. to traffic court, so as you didn't appear. So, you understand the charge against you?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney. You actually don't have a right to have one appointed on this case because it's not a jailable offense. You can only get a court-appointed attorney when your liberty is at stake, and your liberty is not at stake. You're in jail for not appearing. You're not in jail because of the offense. You have a right to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
No contest.
No contest means I'm not admitting it's true, but I'm not denying it either, and I'm agreeing I can be found guilty without a trial, without a lawyer, if, Judge, you think what the state says it has as evidence is enough to convict me. Is that what you want to do?
I'm not sure. I mean, or guilty, I guess.
Well, I'm not trying to talk you out of guilty. I just want to make sure you understand. There's a slight difference between no contest and guilty. You're just not admitting you did it if you enter a no contest plea, but you're not fighting. You're not putting up any defense either.
I'm guilty.
Okay. I'll accept your guilty plea. That means you're admitting the charge is true. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've got a report from the, very brief report from the state trooper who wrote your citation. He says vehicles was stopped for having a light out and an expired tag. The driver did not have a valid license, admitted to not having a license. It was very polite.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any explanation you want to make? And I'm particularly interested in why you didn't come to court when you were cited.
I said the law, sir. They had to contact the test police and probably know what they had for overtime.
Yeah, this was a state charge. It wasn't a village charge, so you.
Correct.
You were.
Yeah, I lost the ticket, so I tried to call in and I didn't realize who was the ticket issue through.
Okay. Well, you, I guess, should have done a little more research. How long you been in jail?
Since last night.
Okay. Do you have a license now?
Yes.
Did you get your license since this happened, or is it you still don't have a license?
I do not, sir.
Have you ever had a license?
It's been a while, sir.
Why don't you have one now?
There's a lot of fees and fines like that.
Okay. Well, you probably got away with something then, because they charge you with not having a license. If you're suspended, it's a little more serious. They didn't charge you with being under a suspension, so I'll treat it as a no operators. Do you still live in Proctorville?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a $200 fine. That's more than it would have been if you would have come to court after March. So there's got to be, you got a day in jail. You wouldn't have got that if you would have come to court, but you got to get a little more of a penalty when you don't show up voluntarily. $200 fine, court costs, 18 hours of community service. So that's 3 days of community service. You can work any day but Sunday here at the court at 7:30 a.m. So what's your work schedule? Are you working?
Yes, I work Monday through Saturday.
Okay, well, you'll have to take a day, you have to take some days off to get some community service done. So you have 3 days to do. And we'll work with you. I don't want you to lose your job, but you're going to have to make arrangements to get it done. I'll set your review. I'm going to give you a bunch of time to get this finished. December 1st is your review hearing. So I don't want you to go to jail. I want you to take care of this, pay your fine. And if you can't pay your fine, you can do extra community service. We'll give you $50 a day credit for every extra day of community service you do. You can't pay. But here's how you could still go to jail, and people do it all the time. I don't know why. I wouldn't do anything to stay out of jail. But you got till December 1st to take care of this. If you don't have it taken care of by December 1st, 9 a.m., you have to show up for a hearing. That's what we call the review hearings that were first thing this morning. You got to show up. If you don't show up, you're going to get a warrant. So that's how you can go back to jail, again, for not showing up. Just take care of it, get it done, stay out of jail, don't ever go back to jail again. That's my advice. And you probably agree with it after spending your life here. Absolutely. Tell all these people, there's a bunch of people, there's about 50 people watching. Would you agree with me, jail is a place to avoid?
Yeah, that's sure.
Okay. Do what you need to do to stay out of jail. It seems like common sense, but some people just don't seem to get that. They act like they don't care if they go to jail or not. It's believe me, especially our jail, it's a place to stay out of if you can. Okay, your next hearing is December 1st, and it's in the Lawrence County Municipal Court. That's the state court in Chesapeake. We have a web page, we have telephone. So if you lose, you don't know what you need to do, you can call the court and talk to one of the clerks. Or everyone, you look like a guy that either has a laptop or a smartphone, am I right?
Yes, sir.
You can get on that laptop and Google Lawrence County Municipal Court. It'll take you to a web page where you can do a record search and put your name in. It'll tell you everything about your case, what you have to do, and when you have to come back to court. So there's no excuse for not getting it done. You know, it's not like you lost your homework. That's not acceptable. You have to get this done. No excuses. But you're getting out of jail today. And don't go back. Just do what you're supposed to stay out of jail. December 1st is your next hearing, 9 o'clock. But get it done before then. Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Harold McKinney, case number CRA 25-326.
Sir, are you Raymond Harold McKinney?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've got a bunch of documents here. It's a little different than what, because I usually see West Virginia and Kentucky for the most part. But I've got a warrant from North Carolina, Guilford County Superior Court on a felony probation violation. And they're asking for the extradition of one Raymond Harold McKinney with a date of birth of April 29th. So what's happening on that, you have a right to have what's called an extradition hearing. It's a hearing to determine if you're the person being sought by North Carolina, if there's good cause to make you go to that jurisdiction. You have a right to have that hearing and to have an attorney, to have one appointed to represent you with regard to extradition. It won't be a hearing to decide if you violated your probation. It'll be a hearing to decide if you should be extradited. You can waive extradition, and what that means is you're agreeing, I agree to go to North Carolina. You're not agreeing that you violated your probation. You're at least agreeing to go there. How do you want to proceed? Do you want to have a hearing here about the extradition and have an attorney, or do you want to waive extradition?
If I waive it, do they have a
If you waive extradition, they don't tell me, let me review the paperwork a little more.
So there isn't a time limit?
Yeah, eventually there would be a time limit. I'm reviewing to see if they ask for a bond, set a bond. They don't give me a bond amount. So I would probably set a bond. If you think you can post it, then I would let you go turn yourself in. If you can't post the bond, then I would order the authorities from North Carolina to come pick you up.
Can I post the bond here?
Yeah, if I set one for you, and that's why I'm looking over the paperwork.
Okay.
I don't see that. A lot of times the other court will give me an amount they want as a bond, or they'll say no bond. This paperwork doesn't say either. It doesn't say no bond or an amount of a bond that they want. So it's up to me to set a bond. Based on what I see here and the basis of the charge, it's fairly serious. So I would set a $15,000 cash or surety bond. So if you got $15,000 that you can post with this court, I'll give you a time frame to go turn yourself in North Carolina. If you do that, the whole $15,000 gets refunded. If you cannot post $15,000, I'll let you use a bail bondsman as a surety. So you pay them a fee, they guarantee your appearance, you have to go turn yourself in, and then if you don't turn yourself in, the bail bondsman is going to go hunt you down because they don't want to have to pay the $15,000. So, do you want to talk to a bail bondsman, or do you think that's beyond what you can do?
I'm not exactly sure of my financial situation right now. This is not going to I actually worked at Giovanni's. I wasn't even sure that this was still an active thing because it was really old. And then I went and got in trouble in West Virginia, and I did a few years in West Virginia, and then they released me, and I was under the impression that, like, this was part of that, because they knew I was in West Virginia. Like, I did, you know what I mean? And they knew I was still in trouble in West Virginia. So when they ran, like, my name through the database and stuff, just they let me go, I thought all this was taken care of.
Well, if you want to check that out from here, what I'd have to do is, if you're eligible for it, I can appoint a lawyer for you, and they can do some research on that.
I was really just looking forward to waiving my extradition if I could and seeing how long I don't think they're going to get.
Okay, well, if you want to waive extradition, you don't think you can post the bond that I set? Okay. If you waive extradition, initially I'm going to give them a week to come pick you up. If they don't do it within that week, if they've got a good reason to ask for an extension, I may give them more time, I may not. But my usual practice is to give the requesting state a week to pick the person up.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do then, waive extradition?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to send a waiver of extradition form down to the jail for you to look over and sign. And then they'll get faxed back to the court. I'm going to set your case for a hearing 1 week from today, which would be the 9th, June 9th. I'm going to give North Carolina until June 9th at 8 a.m. to pick you up. If they haven't done it by then, I'll see you next week at 10 a.m. or about then to decide how we're going to go forward. Okay, whether I'm going to release you or give them more time.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, the clerk will fax this down for you to sign, the waiver. Okay, that's all. We'll see you. Hopefully, maybe you'll be picked up and gone by then. If not, then I'll see you a week from today by teleconference.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's start the jail.
State of Ohio recalls Denise K. Sexton, case number CRD 24538.
Okay. All right, well, that's a better screen than we had last time, so she's still taking methadone.
Yeah, she's just doing mental health with OBP.
Okay. What's your dosage now?
60.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. What's your goal there then? Are you?
In a few months, I would like to, start tapering off of it.
Okay. Juanita, is she
She's
involved?
doing well with us. She's meeting every week and doing well.
Even more.
Yeah, she's doing very well.
Okay, she did make a payment today.
I'm making a payment when I leave.
Okay, you are making a payment today.
And then if I get as soon as I get my taxes, I plan on probably paying it off.
Okay, and then what's your situation? Are you gonna be able to do community service in the future?
Yeah.
Okay, this is temporary?
Yeah.
I'll set your next hearing in July. July the 18th. That's a Friday. July 18th, 9 o'clock. Okay, continue with OBP. Thank you. You are.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy McLeod, case number TRC 25681.
All right, this is Mr. Finley's case for pretrial. Anyone that's got a pretrial needs to be in the courtroom now.
Pretrial. If you have not seen the judge, now we want to sit before.
Take the test or refuse. You didn't want to take it. Okay. And that's what was Jim's anyway. So when do you want to come back? How much time? The local one's not that often. I think there's like the first of August. Seen one here from Lawrence County Recovery. When's the next 3-day school?
I'm sorry?
You're putting on Lawrence, is it Lawrence County Recovery doing 3-day school?
Yeah, the next one will be July 30th.
Okay. So that gives. Yeah, August.
Yeah, Judge, that's what how we like to proceed, as we just discussed with you. As far as a return date, could we do maybe August? It could be a Friday too, right, Judge?
Monday or Friday, either one.
How about Friday, August 22nd?
That's fine. Okay, and defendant's request, case is going to be continued to August 22nd. Defendant is going to be attending the driver intervention program. And there's a gentleman here if you want to speak to him about it. So we'll set it as a pre-trial event at 10 o'clock, August 22nd.
Yes, sir.
And we'll need a time waiver on that too. I don't have a case number there. No. There might be one over there.
State of Ohio versus Trenton Singer Turner, case number TRC 25651, A and B.
This is Mr. Finley's case, also pre-trial.
Judge, I've got a pending motion to suppress that Mr. Hill and I'd like to set court's convenience.
We could do, soonest would be the 16th, probably 16th, 23rd, 27th in June. Those dates are all good.
Would the 30th work? I've got a week-long civil trial and then a bench trial in Jackson.
30th works. June 30th?
Yes.
I'll set it at noon
Yes, that'd be perfect.
for motion.
Okay.
Oh, listen, you asked for the records. So I'll need to get those too. So I don't know if I have, yeah, we might. Your Honor, we'll probably need more time just because of the fact that there was an issue made of the testing, the chemical testing procedure, which requires us to obtain the records from the Ohio Department of Health, which we will subpoena. So we
So
might
you want to go into July?
Do you want to look at it as a pre-trial next time, or do you just want to?
Let's set it as a motion hearing. If you have trouble with that in the meantime, we'll convert it.
That in any of the dates in July would work. Do you have a preference?
It's up to you.
Well. July. Okay. Judge, July 11, that work?
Yes. Okay, July the 11th will be the Motion hearing at noon.
State of Ohio versus Kyle Maynard, case number CRC 24-478.
Mr. Stratton's case. Set for pre-trial.
Your Honor, I don't have progress report on paper, but Kai is adjusting just fine as of right now.
Okay. Anything we need to discuss, or?
No.
Okay.
No, he's done. Do you want to mention that?
Right.
Do you want to mention?
All right, we'll go back into the flow of what he needs to do, then come back in approximately a month.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your schedule of 1st of July, Mr. Stratton?
Your Honor, it'll be after the 4th, possibly the 6th. The 6th.
That 7th, you mean, July 7th? That's a Monday.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. The July 7th will be that, maybe that following week, Your Honor.
14th?
Yes.
All right, next hearing for Mr. Maynard will be July 14th.
July.
Pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Elson Childers, case number TRD 25107, A, B, and C, TRC 23629, A, B, and C. It's Tyler Smith's case.
Is Tyler Smith here?
Yes.
Any Tyler Smith in the courtroom? Elson Childers. Elson Childers is set for pre-trial today.
Your Honor, I spoke with him last week. I'm not sure why he's not here today. I just asked for 7 days to try to get him in.
All right, he's got 7 days before warrant issues.
State of Ohio versus Kaylee Christ, case number TRD 154189.
This is set as a pretrial. You don't have a lawyer though?
No.
How do you want to proceed on this?
Guilty.
Going to change your plea to guilty?
Yes.
Do you have an operator's license now?
No, I'm paying fines also.
Okay. You still a Kentucky resident?
No. I'm currently at Chesapeake, in Chesapeake.
Okay. What's your current address?
28 Township Road. Apartment 2.
Chesapeake?
Yes.
Okay. And you got picked up on the warrant. That's while you're back and had to post a bond, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me before I sentence you on this?
No.
Okay, I'll impose a $200 fine and court costs, 18 hours community service, review hearing on December 1st of this year. You understand what that means?
Yes.
They'll get it done before then, you don't have to come to the review, you don't have it done, you gotta show up and explain. If you don't show up and you got stuff left to do, it's the only way you can go to jail for not appearing. Get a copy of this, see, I'll make it level 5 probation. See Mr. Major, he's the probation officer in his office to the left as you leave the court. Any questions? Yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Joseph McGranahan, case number CRA 25313. Your Honor, he has been picked up by West Virginia.
Okay, this was extradition. I gave them till today at 8 a.m. They have picked him out, so the case here is dismissed. Yeah, he asked me to the case and
State of Ohio versus David Christian, case number CRA 25108, and CRP 25109.
This is Mr. Smith's case set for preliminary hearing.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe this is one where we continued a couple times for Mr. Christian to pay restitution. I believe you paid it off now. I believe he came in last week to finish paying it off. There's a total of $2,200 has been paid. I believe he had owed $800 after the last court hearing.
Yeah, so there's been $2,200 paid into the clerk.
Okay.
So how's the state want to proceed on this?
Well, we're happy that that happened, and because of the fact that we wanted to keep the case here and not send it to the grand jury if we didn't have to, we agreed that if we made the $2,200 restitution in a timely manner, we would agree to reduce it to a misdemeanor theft and falsification, and we would agree to a suspended jail time instead of jail time imposed. So if he wants to do that, our recommendation would be 30 days suspended. We don't take any position on the fine. He's paid quite a bit in restitution. And we would take no position on the length or the level of probation that would be required.
Your Honor, that was an agreement that was made between the state and defense a while back, so he's now paid restitution, so he'll enter a guilty plea to the falsification and the misdemeanor theft as amended.
Okay, and it'll be an M1 theft, and the falsification is an M1. So, Mr. Christian, do you agree with what your attorneys represent to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any statement you want to make?
No, sir.
Okay. Based on the fact that restitution was made and the state's agreement, I'll impose a $100 fine on each offense and one court cost between them. Level 5 probation, which is the lowest level, non-reporting probation, except for a review hearing December 1st of this year. You pay off your fines and court costs, but then you don't have to appear. Otherwise, you have to appear, explain why you haven't finished it. You'll need to see Mr. Major in the probation office to get your paperwork. Any questions?
No, sir.
December 1st, 9 o'clock, your next hearing.
I'm sorry, is this community service?
No.
State of Ohio versus Crystal Minton, case number CRA 25216. Crystal Minton.
Mr. Stratton's case for preliminary hearing and pre-trial.
Mayor, Miss Minton is in residential care. She's doing well. She's still in that transition period. That's the reason why we didn't transport her to court today.
Okay. All right, she has a good report. This was her first hearing,
It is, Your Honor.
so I'll excuse her mom appearance today, and we'll go. It'll be several months for her to complete, correct?
6 months at least, yes.
So let's go a month out roughly. When did we set?
The
July?
14th?
The 14th?
14th, yes.
All right, July 14 will be the hearing. 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Sean.
State of Ohio versus Angelica Haycook, case number TRC 25849, A and B.
This is Mr. Steiner's case, for preliminary hearing and pre-trial.
Your Honor, I think we have a resolution to this matter. The state has offered that in exchange for a guilty plea to the OVI charge, and this is a breath case with a .147 BAC and driving in marked lanes. In exchange for a plea to those charges, the state would dismiss the felony that's pending, which is an improper handling, with an agreement to forfeit the firearm, which we're willing to do. So we're going to enter a guilty plea at this time to the traffic cases, and I believe the state is going to go ahead and make a motion to nolly the felony.
That is correct. Upon her plea to the OVI, we would agree to dismiss the felony improper handling charge upon the forfeiture of that weapon.
And the firearm is, I'm not sure if it's described in the
It is in the affidavit.
affidavit. So we would forfeit interest in that firearm. Ms. Haycook did show proof of insurance at the time of the stop. This is a first offense. We would seek driving privileges for purposes of work, community service, treatment, and any further court appearances. This is an OVI with a test, so the license suspension would date back to April 30th of 2024. She's in treatment now at OVP. She has set that up and begun there. She has private insurance. I don't know if OVP is actually accepting the insurance. We're seeing her on a...
They're accepting.
Okay, OVP is accepting her insurance, so that's probably a good fit for her treatment.
Are you going to OVP on an outpatient or inpatient basis?
Outpatient.
Outpatient basis, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, there was no agreement then to do away with the driver intervention program requirement?
We hadn't discussed that. It's, I think usually the outpatient, that's not something we do, so I didn't have that expectation, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you agree with what your attorney has represented to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you have a right to make a statement to the court if you want before sentencing. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, on 25-256, that's going to be nolly with the firearm being forfeited in order destroyed. Here, you want the affidavit, it has the, I'll highlight the description. Or so you can put that in the entry. Okay, and a copy of that entry will need to be sent to OSP. That's where the weapon is, I'm assuming.
I would assume they were the investigating agency. I assume they kept it in evidence.
Your Honor, the last time they done that, I believe it was one of Mr. Steyer's cases, the lady had to come here and get the entry and take it with her, so she may want to wait.
No, this is a forfeiture. It's not the, not a
Yes, she's not
return.
getting it back, it's just going to be ordered destroyed. Okay. On the, on the OVI,
So the first offense, Your Honor.
it is first offense. I'll impose a $600 fine. Order the cost be paid. 6-month license suspension starting the date of the incident, which was April 30th. 20 days in jail, all suspended. 5 days in community service, 2 years of level 4 probation. She is required to go to the driver intervention program. She can have driving privileges for work, community service, and treatment. Her hearing will be December 1st at 9 a.m. On the lane violation, a $20 fine.
You're going to go after.
She'll need to see Mr. Major about probation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there was a gentleman here from, he still is here from the 3-day program.
State of Ohio versus John Pennington, case number CRD 24664, CRD 241610, CRD 241884.
Mr. Smith's case,
It is, Your Honor.
preliminary hearing
Yes, sir.
and pre-trial.
Let's see how they say it.
Got a report from Orange County Recovery. Some progress, I would say, but still things being worked on.
I would agree with that assessment, Judge.
we got 2 traffic cases which are unrelated, I think, to this CRA case, so they're on different dates.
Are those,
Well, one is 24/18/84 is related, same day, but there's another one, 24/16/10, it's in August, so before that.
My
With
only,
no operator's license.
my only concern, Judge, is having him plead to the one that is on the same date. Were this case dismissed in the future, it might cause it not to be able to be expunged because it was, he pled on one case, this was dismissed in lieu as a part of a plea agreement. I'd like to hold that open, do some research before the next hearing. It may not matter, but my initial thought is it can maybe hurt soon of his record down the road if he enters a plea and one's dismissed as a result of that plea. But I will do some research and make sure.
Okay, so we need to decide that, because these are older cases, and part of the reason they're older is he was out of pocket for a while.
Right. And the one that's not related, and I don't have a problem with doing something with that one. It's just the one that's on the same date I'm concerned about.
Those aren't jailable, are they, either one of them?
No operators, both of them.
The one that's not related would be probably expedient to go ahead and get that one cleaned up.
I would have no problem with that, Judge, just not the one on the same date.
Okay, so that's 24/16/10, no operator's license is the only thing he was charged with, so what I'm understanding is you're saying he's gonna change his plea on that offense.
Yes, Judge, on the standalone, no operators, yes, sir, he will change his plea to guilty.
Is that correct, Mr. Pennington?
Yes, sir.
There was no proof of insurance, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, on 24/16/10, I'll impose a $200 fine, order the cost be paid, order him to do 18 hours of community service, and I'll set a review hearing same time when we're going to come back on this other case, which I would assume maybe a month or so, sometime in mid-July.
Let's see what I've got going on, Judge. Under the 14th or 21st of July.
Okay, we'll make it July 14th.
Is that okay?
Review on 24/16/10 and preliminary hearings and pretrials on the other cases. So July 14th is the next hearing on everything.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
May I approach on an unrelated case?
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy McMillan, case number TRC 2024-10 A, B, and C, TRC 14-2341 A, B, and C.
May I approach?
Yes. Well, I guess the issue here is whether there should be a probation violation while Mr. Milne is still on probation in this court. He hasn't completed what he was ordered to do. It's my understanding there was an incident where QRT was involved recently. What's the defendant's position, Mr. Smith?
Judge, he indicates his knee brace was too tight. Did you have any tests for the injury?
When I went to the hospital, they said it was low blood pressure. That's all they said it was. There's no drugs was involved. I drove from Outback Ashland to the dollar store. I opened the door, I took my brace off, I walked in, next thing I seen stars and woke up with a needle in my arm.
There has been screens and they've been clean. There was a missed screen on Wednesday. I believe he made it up the very next day.
Within 24 hours.
Our concern was the way the EMS report read, that there was convulsions, his pupils were dilated, and that they had Narcan him in order for him to breathe on his own. He states that he did not do anything. I don't have anything to prove otherwise, other than the fact that I wasn't notified for a week later.
That's where I made my mistake, Your Honor. I didn't notify her.
How often is he getting treatment now?
We've never let him leave. We still house him.
Every day.
Okay, see, and that's right, he's in sober living now.
Yes.
Please don't be me.
What do you say, Mr. Smith?
Judge, I would hope the state under that circumstance would not file a probation violation. And with the understanding he's still sober living, he's under the very watchful eye of the sober living facility. And if something is to happen again, you need to immediately reach out and let people know you can't wait a week.
That's where I made a mistake.
Due to the fact that it is a rule violation regardless, we are going to ask that the court follow our recommendation of a blackout period for a while so that we can monitor Jeremy more closely. That would be he'd only be allowed to go to services and work.
What's the recommended time period?
At least a couple, 3 weeks maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that, and let's come back on the 16th, then, that's 2 weeks, and we'll see where we are.
Judge, I started trial, I'm the 16th, 17th, and 18th. I could do the 20th. I'm here.
I've got one scheduled for the 26th or 27th of this month.
We got what scheduled?
Review.
I'm not waiting that long.
I'm here to
Make it, how about the 20, you said the 20th?
20th, Judge, yeah. Yes, a Monday trial, but Friday I'm open the 20th.
June 20th will be the
Yes,
next
sir.
hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie Hawley, case number CRB 24257, 176.
This is Mr. Stratton's case, that's for sentence. She has a bond on.
Yes.
Your Honor,
I don't know if it's updated since she's on the sentence. She has done.
Okay. Well, I think she needs to, in light of what her last screen was, she needs to do a screen today.
Okay.
Let's do a screen today, see what that shows. Hopefully clean.
She'll have THC in her system, Your Honor.
Okay, so do the screen, that wasn't what I was concerned with last time, something worse than that.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Jason R. Gilbert, case number CRD 23645, TRD 193179, A and B.
Okay. This is on the sentencing docket now. You have payment on your funds today, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you guys, what about community service?
I believe I have 1 day left. I completed some since my last, since the last time I was here.
Okay. Do you know if that's correct? Is he, this hasn't been updated.
I didn't hear what was said.
That he's done some community service since his last hearing, which was.
I believe so, but I would have to check.
Yeah.
All right, I'll set your next hearing, July the 14th. And that'll be for sentencing.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brady C. Smith, case number CRB 25267.
Brady Smith, set for sentencing. And I said would have dismissed the guy a license, fishing license, was not here. Brady Smith. Okay, for the benchmark for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus William Kaplinger, case number CRB 24631, and CRB 111152.
Your Honor, you captured in the holding cell, I'm not sure if there's any back there, but
I think I hear. Okay. Yes. All right, Mr. Steyer is representing Mr. Kaplan.
Your Honor, we were here Friday after a drug screen that didn't yield the result we really were looking for. Mr. Kaplan left the courthouse, but he did later get in touch with me. I spoke to him. He went and I talked to you, and we decided that rather than having to go into custody, we were ready to get started with treatment. He went into OBP on an inpatient basis. They brought him here today. I don't see. I guess Brianna probably didn't brought him, but I don't know. Is Brianna right here? She's here. Yeah.
She was here.
She was here earlier today. But he is in treatment now. I would ask that we set this back in about a week or so to see if he gets settled into treatment, and then at that point, we're going to decide to roll on a longer term basis.
Probably was helpful with the hearing. Okay, the 9th would work. You know, that's 1 week from today.
I'm here tonight.
Just confirming, Ms. Mint, that Mr. Kaplinger is in inpatient.
Yes, Your Honor, he reported over the weekend.
Yes.
And he does have a bond for Mr. Sowers, so I'm going to ask. I think you may have said a bond for here, and this time has to be canceled. And the bond remains in place to allow him to return to treatment.
All right. I'll cancel the bond forfeiture hearing. Set the next hearing for June 9th. It'll be a preliminary hearing. So it'll be in the way of review to see how he's doing at OVP.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're released to go back to OVP.
Your Honor, we have 7 cases left involving Mr. Warford, and I have not seen him.
Right. He had contacted me yesterday saying he had a hearing in Galquist, so he would be here as soon as that was over. So, we'll take a recess. I'll attempt to get in touch with him and see when he expects to be back in his court. The court will be in recess.